they only give 60%. I had to go search town. I finally found a doctor that would lend them $6,000 at 21% interest. And they were happy to find a house. You with me? How many remember those days? The days of the Pinto. Anyhow, my point is this. 18 and 20% today at 5 points. That's cheap money. Am I right or wrong? Yeah. So we got great housing prices. We got great interest rates. The unemployment rate is coming down. If you watched recently, the numbers are coming down. We have a perfect storm. A perfect storm for success that's brewing right now in the real estate industry. How long will it last? I can't tell you that for sure. I can't tell you what goes up will come down, what goes down will go back up, and real estate is cyclical. And anyone who knows the business knows that when the sun is shining, you better go out and harvest as much fruit as you possibly can. Is that fair to say, sir? Yeah, absolutely. So I want to challenge you to go out and take advantage of this opportunity. My third objective here today, if you'll allow me to, is I want to join forces with you to help you accomplish that goal. And my fourth objective here today is that if you never hear the words Marc Leder, you never hear the words Leader's Choice again, I want to teach you some stuff about how to make more. Does everyone know this sign? Make more what? Yeah, make more. Come on, I need a little more enthusiasm. Make more what? And I want us to do it in less what? And I want us to put more fun back into our career. So let me ask you something. Over the next couple of hours, over the next couple of hours, if I could teach you how to make some more what? And less what? And have more what? How many people would agree with me our time together would be well spent? Yes or no? Yes. Okay, then let's do this. Let's pick up a pen. My staff was kind enough to send down those seminar notes, and let's turn this into a real estate seminar. You know, one of the things that I've learned now over the last 19 years working with realtors all across North America is that I often have learned that you can't teach somebody what to do until first you take a look at what the challenges are. And I can tell you now, being in the business as long as I have been, there are generally comes down to the 5 most common challenges salespeople face. How many challenges, by the way? There you go. The first one is we come into the business with high expectations. We come into the business with high expectations. And what we need to do is we need to keep our expectations low, but our dreams high. And then you will never be disappointed. So the first common challenge is high expectations. You want to, every day when you get up and you go into the office, keep your expectations low, but your dreams high, and you won't be disappointed, and you'll be excited about the opportunity that we have. The second most common challenge salespeople have is not being focused on time management. Now, one of the things I can share with you about my career is that I've had an opportunity to work with some of the greatest CEOs in North America in the real estate industry. I've worked for all of the major independents across North America. I've trained for all of the major franchises. The Leader's Choice program is being taught right now in about 15 different cities across North America, either by one of my trainers or licensed trainers. And I wish I could tell you that I was born with this gift. Or all of a sudden, the good Lord struck me with a light bulb, and all of a sudden I had this. But the truth is, I've been a good student. And whenever I get an opportunity to hang with someone like a Tim, a Dave, but I've also worked with a lot of the other CEOs across North America, many of your friends in the Realty Alliance and Leading RE and all of that stuff. And I've had a chance to work with some really great authors. Like in a couple of months, we're publishing a book with Bob Proctor. He was one of the 6 gurus in the book, The Secret. Bob has been very influential in my life. But if you talk about time management, it would be the time that I got to work with Stephen Covey. Stephen Covey published that book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective Salespeople. And if you've ever had an opportunity to read that book, and you really should, the book is about this big. You almost need a forklift to carry it out in Barnes and from Barnes and Noble. But if you get home and you get through it, I'll tell you what, you'll be a time management guru too. You'll be a time management animal. But when you take all of that stuff and you break it down to the simple, can I share with you what you'll get out of that book? Yes or no? Yes. See, the most successful people in the business world today, when you're talking time management, every moment of every day, every step that they take, they ask themselves this question: am I doing the highest income producing activities first? Write that down and stick with it. I'm setting the foundation here. Every moment of every day that they're in the office or doing work, they're asking themselves this question: am I doing the highest income producing activities first? Not the easiest activities, but the highest income producing activities. You see, by the way, there's a big difference between the two. Generally speaking, easier the job, the lower the income. Yes or no? I can't hear you. Yes or no? Yeah. See, it's not a question today of whether you can go out and make money. I mean, think about this for a minute. You live in the greatest nation on earth. It's the only nation on earth that literally women will bring children into this world. They'll go through and raise them to adults, to let them go over to other parts of the world, the free nations, and never get thanked for it. I honestly believe that every day when you bump into a military mom or dad, you should hug them. Because if it wasn't for the U.S. military, we would not have the freedoms we have today. How many agree with that? Put your hands together. And that's from your Canadian cousin from up north. Don't hold that against me that I was born north of the border, but it's honestly how I feel. And if you think about this, gang, every moment of every day there's people risking their lives to come into this great nation. Am I right or wrong? And there's work out there to do, and they find it. See, it's not a question of whether you can make money today or not. When it comes to time management, the question you have to ask yourself is, what am I worth per hour? And what am I prepared to do to generate that? See, there's a lot of people come in the real estate business with high expectations. They come in and they think, well, I know a lot of people. I'm a nice person. I can hammer a nail straight. I can put a sign up on the property. This should be a shoo-in. And then all of a sudden, they find out that there's a reason why the good make it look possible, but the great make it look easy. Am I right or wrong? Because the great do certain activities every day, and they do them over and over and over again, and they know because those activities are the ones that generate you the most amount of money. So when we pour time management, you need to start asking yourself, because you are your CEO, you are your president, you're also the chief bottle washer of your organization. And you've got to ask yourself every moment of every day, every step I take, am I doing my highest income producing activity first? The third most common challenge we're faced with is not embracing technology out there today. Now don't get me wrong when I say this, but the average age of a realtor is somewhere around 50, 55. We are that generation that got caught in between. And I think we're doing pretty good. But the reason we need to embrace technology, because when it's said and done, technology will do one thing for you, and one thing only. It will save you time. Write that down. If you want to get more done in less time, you need to embrace technology. You need to embrace it. You need to make it part of your life. No different than when we went from the horse in the field to the tractor, to the bike, to the car. Are you with me on this, yes or no? It wasn't an easy transition. You don't think there was someone who said, look at that funky machine that Joe down the other field is using to turn his crops. But all of a sudden, Joe could do 100 acres in the same time the other folks took to do 30. And because of that, Joe made more money in less what? Right. Was it an easy transition? Probably not. But we need to embrace it, and we need to, whenever the opportunity comes, we need to take a look at the new technology, and we need to start applying it more in our careers. The fourth most common challenge is we undervalue training. as an industry, we undervalue